The hardest thing is for somebody to name what's actually happening, right? What this difficulty is, and to even be able to say, this is difficult. And it may answer some of the questions about how do you build trust really quickly? Well, you do it by disarming, in a sense. We disarm by actually naming the thing that is really happening, that we're seeing and observing. This part, the preparing people for it and actually opening up an honest dialogue that says, yeah, this is really hard. We're in a transition here, or there are some differences here. We're a group that's trying to integrate or come into this space, or there's a change of leadership and there's a realignment that's needed, and we're missing some things in our relationship, in our dynamics. It's actually naming it, and that is something that is part of your remit as a coach leader, is to observe these things and name it, right? And think about the change curve as well. And the fact that some people will be at different stages, and we've got to allow some time for us to realign. So how do we do that? And that's an invitation, right? How do we do that? How can we move forward? Because where people are stuck is in their amygdala, right? They're just having very strong emotional reactions to the situation they find themselves in. And the kindest thing we can do is name it, because when we can name it, they can relax. Just that naming it is soothing. You heard me. I am understood. Okay, all right, I'm in the right place. I'm talking to the right person. That opens us up to possibility. And the follow through, obviously, is really important, that we continue with that. But just being able to do that means that I can, my cortisol stress levels can start to decline. The trust has a chance to build. I feel a connection with you, so my oxytocin levels are rising. I feel a connection with you because you've just named the thing that I'm struggling with. And that allows for that, for me to be open, to be creative. So if you go back to the trust and safety, we can't think and be creative in problem solving if we are worried about possible threat to ourselves. So unless we name that and put it on the table and say, yeah, that's what we're dealing with, that's what's going on here, and we need to address it, and I'm here to listen and hear it through. Okay, so then that person can be in that space. There's a level of trust. The front part of my brain can function again because it's not being blocked by, inordinate amounts of cortisol that's stressing me out. I can actually, and now I can focus my brain and give it a task to do, which is to solve a problem. So the trust and safety is such an important part of that, right? We're going to play with that a lot more. And thank you for that. That actually worked quite well in terms of an exercise.